every twist we spin around, chasing dreams that won't back down. Laughter echoes in the air, a love that's bold beyond compare.
The story begins with a beautiful woman named Catherine. She is the CEO and founder of an investment firm. Her company is so lucrative that Catherine became the 25th richest person on the planet. At that point, Catherine's company was to partner with an oil firm, and as part of the deal, she was required to invest $450 million. But Catherine declines the proposal immediately, saying the CEO of the oil company is completely incompetent and can't make profits. Catherine is personally single and lives alone in one of her affluent owner-run luxury mansions on the outskirts of Los Angeles. Every day, she starts the morning consuming a nutritious breakfast and regular cycling on her bicycle at home or at the gym to keep herself sexy and in shape. Being a successful and wealthy woman, Catherine also owns a private aircraft, which she bought online. She travels alone to other nations whenever she desires to, but under all the gorgeousness and success, Catherine is afflicted with a mental illness that she has kept concealed for years. Even from the psychiatrists who have tried to cure her, Catherine happens upon a man named Tyler one day and hires him to live at her home and take care of it. Tyler is surprised and intrigued at all the luxury and beauty, both inside the house and on Catherine herself. He initially takes it for granted that she is married, since she's putting on so much expensive jewelry and is counting that her husband likely bought them for her. Catherine tells him, however, that she wishes to pay him $1,500 a month, her one requirement being that when she is out traveling, he stay in the house and keep it tidy. What Catherine does not inform Tyler is that she previously knew he was a thief and that he intended to steal from her when she is home alone before they ever got together. And so, she decides to let him in and watch what he will do. Subsequently, Catherine gives Tyler the tour of the house and outlines all the rules and boundaries that he will need to abide by. Tio push his bravery to the limit and meet the actual person. She tells him a made-up story, that she's a fairy woman who can fly up to the sky's height, but at the bottom of her heart, she knows Tyler is no fool, and he won't go home unless he finds something valuable to steal, or maybe even a chance to spend one night with Catherine. A few minutes into that, Tyler calls his friend, Chat, and lets him know he's located the ideal house. Over the phone, Chat urges him to focus on stealing the riches. However, without Tyler knowing, Catherine is secretly listening to what they have to say, and she thinks it's time to give him a good lecture. After the phone call is complete, Catherine invites Tyler to go out for a drink. While they're having drinks, she speaks of her family, saying that she has one living relative, her grandmother. Tyler shares the information that his parents died years back, but before he could finish the sentence, he feels dizzy suddenly. Catherine had spiked his drink with a sedative. As Tyler is unconscious, Catherine phones a manicurist by the name of Tienting and then sits back to read a magazine while waiting for Tyler to wake up. Later during the same day, Catherine's evil side is revealed for the first time. She has a horrific habit of murdering people and keeps the body of the victim in a refrigerator designed for the purpose. A couple of hours later, Catherine finally wakes up the sleeping Tyler and matter-of-factly lets him know that she intentionally drugged him. Next, she asks him to have dinner with her. As they have lunch, Tyler notices a small child's bicycle. Catherine tells him that it is a gift to her niece. Later, a woman named Yuyen enters the house. She is a friend of Catherine and visits them from time to time. Yuyen is Chinese, and when she talks to Catherine, they use Mandarin so that Tyler will not be able to understand what they are talking about. While Catherine, Tyler, and Thomas dine, Catherine gets a call from her staff member, Pat, wherein she informs her that the stock price of a gaming company has dropped drastically. Tyler happens to know that company by chance and warns Catherine against selling because they're going to release a new game that will be a huge hit. Catherine and Yuyen are shocked and impressed by how much Tyler knows about the gaming industry. In the later part of the evening, Catherine and Yuyen invite Tyler for drinks and a toast. When they are drunk, Catherine and Tyler have a night in bed together. The next morning when they wake up, Tyler compliments Catherine on her beauty, telling her how gorgeous and sexy she is. He's really falling in love with her. Then Tyler shares his dream to work for a good company, but due to financial difficulties, he was compelled to leave school and forego that dream. Later on, Catherine goes to the gym for a bicycle exercise and leaves Tyler at home alone. At the gym, she ends up sitting next to a rude, obese guy with repulsive manners. Catherine is very ill and upset by him, and in the end, she kills him. Meanwhile, back at the house, Tyler gets a call from Chat, telling him he needs to get cracking and steal the stuff. But Tyler tells him he doesn't feel like going any further with it anymore because he's fallen for Catherine and has decided to ditch their robbery plan and steal nothing. The tale continues with Catherine returning home, and Tyler is completely shocked. We can see her from head to toe drenched in blood. This is right after Catherine has murdered someone, but she manipulates Tyler into believing that she hit a wild dog and it hemorrhaged to death. She even goes so far as to say she tried to take it to a vet, but it was too late. Every time Catherine murders, she experiences emotional turmoil in this time. For no apparent reason, she just boots Tyler out of the house. Despite the fact that he really did feel they were in love, bitter and enraged, Tyler swears to get his revenge. He steals Catherine's car and jewelry, then enlists Chat to sell her the stolen goods. When Catherine finds that her car and jewelry are gone, she's furious. She phones Tyler's number to track down his whereabouts. Tyler is having lunch with Chat when he gets a call from Catherine at this particular time. She demands that he return the things he stole, when Tyler gives no assurances of returning them. Catherine threatens to call the cops. Since she has proof of fraud he's done in the past, Tyler has no choice but to acquiesce. Catherine begins contemplating just how she's going to torture and kill him. She fantasizes how, maybe shooting him with a nail gun, or beating him to death, but at the same time, Catherine is torn. She actually enjoyed being with Tyler and sees him as a smart person, someone smart enough to fool her. Later on, Tyler goes back to Catherine's place, and in case of defense, he grabs a kitchen knife. Surprisingly, he catches Catherine in the middle of a beauty treatment and skincare routine. She questions him calmly whether he brought back the stolen jewelry and car. Awaiting her to dress, Tyler returns the jewelry and genuinely apologizes to her for what he did. Catherine shows up in the living room a little while later, and Tyler begs her to erase his criminal record, telling her that he returned everything and needs a second chance. But Catherine remains. Angry, suddenly, she inserts a piece of broken glass into Tyler's hand, then grabs the kitchen knife, planning to kill him, but warns her that she'll spill a bottle of wine on her good couch, which makes Catherine change her mind, and she complies to stay frozen in the kitchen, as dictated by Tyler. Scared Catherine will actually kill him, Tyler flees and tries to drive away in his car, but soon finds out the car has been sabotaged and won't start. At the moment, he happens to see a horrific scene. He finds parts of human corpses and learns Catherine had prepared them. Worst of all, some of them had been served at dinner when Yen visited. When she gets the opportunity, Catherine whacks Tyler on the head with a flat iron, nearly killing him. But to his luck, Tyler manages to fight her off and remains alive. Once again, he begs her off and finally apologizes, stating that he is going to move out of the house for good. But before Tyler could even order a taxi, Catherine suddenly attacks him using a tennis racket and pushes him back into the garage. That's when Catherine drops a bombshell. She never kills innocent people, she only hurts. The bad ones, pedophiles, rapists, murderers, and obnoxious jerks. Her explanation only scares Tyler more. Since they're in the garage, Catherine picks up Tyler's phone, which had fallen on the floor, and reads a text from a girl called Tiffin, asking Tyler out to hang, watch Netflix, and get intimate. Seeing the message sends Catherine into another tirade, and she assaults Tyler again. But Tyler defends himself this time. He threatens to report her to the police, but Catherine isn't afraid. She's certain that she can erase all the evidence. As the two fight, Catherine spills another dark secret. She'd known Tyler was a thief from the beginning. Years earlier, Tyler had defrauded her grandmother, Betty, and taken all of her money. Catherine had only employed him in order to even the score. During the fight, Catherine asks for a timeout, and Tyler takes advantage to try to reason with her. He's curious as to why, if she did indeed have a desire to kill him, she didn't just go ahead and do it. Initially, Catherine, clearly conflicted, admits that she'd actually made up her mind. She'd grown attached to him and decided not to kill him. But the moment Tyler discovers further evidence of Catherine's misdeed, she once again determines he needs to be murdered before anything is done. However, she asks Tyler to let her clean up and dress the wound on her hand. Having dressed, Catherine looks for Tyler and finds him in a hidden room in the home. There, Tyler discovers she has a collection of luxury vehicles and an assortment of exotic treasures. For a moment, he even considers whether he should really go. Catherine, whose feelings for Tyler are stronger, brought up Tiffin's text again. She's clearly jealous. Tiffin had texted him a suggestive, flirtatious photo and invited him to meet up. Finally, Tyler confesses that he's really in love with Catherine, but when he tries to kiss her and get close, Catherine gets a text and immediately remembers she needs to call her assistant. Hurting and frustrated, Tyler walks off, assuming Catherine only sympathized with him. But then, out of the blue, Catherine starts up a chainsaw and frightens the hell out of him. As Tyler makes his way towards the door, he turns around and explains to her once more that he loves her and does not want their tale to have a violent ending. Catherine, to his shock, confesses that she loves him too, but insists she still needs to kill him. She proposes that they fight it out to the death, bare knuckles. Following a brutal fight that goes on till morning, they both collapse from exhaustion, bruised and battered. And then, in that moment, they realize they're meant for each other. Catherine and Tyler finally decide to get married, hoping to live happily ever after and have a healthy family. From that day on, Catherine starts going to therapy on a regular basis, finding it hard to leave behind her violent tendencies. And along with Tyler, begins afresh, murder and crime-free. Years go by and they have 3 children, and as they used to dream, they live peacefully and happily.